Hey, 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 happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Freddie, welcome. Wendy, nice to see you here. Jamie, I just saw you on a blab. I was just watching your blab with Michael Stelzner. Canadian, Carrie, nice to see you. Jesus is here. Yay. Pepe, welcome, welcome, everybody. So I had an interesting morning and I wanted to just kind of jump on and get your take on this topic. I'm Karen Yankovich. So if you guys are Calvin, welcome. I'm going to just give you a little intro of me. I'm Karen Yankovich. I'm a social media consultant. So I help entrepreneurs and small businesses market their businesses online using social media profitably. Right. So most of the business that I do is online. Some of my clients I've never ever met in person. And with Periscope, I'm actually meeting all kinds of new people too. So it's an interesting topic for me when I talk about marketing to people. Like, where are you marketing your business? Are you only marketing it online? Or are you marketing it in person? And Koopy, welcome. So I kind of wanted to get your take on this, you guys. So I really would love some feedback on this topic. I guess to give you a little history of me, a few years ago, like my business was just like online marketing. Hey, Dawn, nice to see you here. My business was online marketing, and I did all my marketing online. And then I like went to an in-person event just because somebody dragged me there. And every time I said to somebody in person, I'm a social media consultant, they were like, oh my gosh, I need your card. So it kind of like it was like the brick wall that I needed to fall in on me. Thank you, Joan, for sharing. I'd love for you guys to share this. And, tap the screen if you agree with what I'm saying here. That like I'm marketing online to people that already know how to be online, and where I needed to market my business was offline to people that didn't know how to be online, right? So I don't know if that makes sense. So Jamie's saying online marketing is more powerful when combined with in-person networking, and vice versa. Yes, Chic Emporium, thanks for being here, thanks for sharing. So it took me a little while to realize that, I was going to have a bigger impact and I'd be more helpful to people that didn't know how to get online and to market my business in person than I was hanging out online with everybody else that already knew how to be online, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Hey, Mutares, welcome. So that was kind of like my thing, right? That was like my aha moment. So I started to do more networking. So 2014, I decided I need to get out more. I need to do more networking. I need to do more in-person networking. And I quickly met the right people because, there's people that really do a great job of in-person networking. Hey, London, I need to do some networking in London. There's some people that do a great job at in-person networking. Okay. So I took 2014. I said I was going to just join. So I joined my local chamber of commerce. And again, I don't need a million clients, right? So I joined my local chamber of commerce, Ringwood Chamber of Commerce, and then I joined some bigger organizations. I joined the Bergen County Professional Women's Association. I earned Mahwah Regional Chamber of Commerce because I live in northern New Jersey, right? So, and I didn't really do much, but I made a lot of new friends. But what I started to find was I definitely got some clients. I definitely got some corporate like clients for Up Level Media for my agency business. But I also got I started to find that very often the people that were buying my online programs were people that I met in person. Okay, so that started to get really interesting to me, right? Because I'm like, okay, so people that meet me in person are not only just hiring me to do, like, sometimes when you hire Up Level Media, it's not an inexpensive project. It's for us to take over your social media, right? So the average entrepreneur isn't going to do that. So then I found I was starting to buy my online program. So I started to do more speaking locally. And this is all culminating with my morning today. So what happened today was, so the Mahwah Regional Chamber of Commerce, it's a huge chamber of commerce, and I should probably not even be talking about it. I'm not talking about it negatively because I love it, but I really wasn't doing enough to leverage it, right? Like I was kind of just sometimes going to I think I went to 2 meetings. I can't even say that I was going to an occasional meeting. I was almost never going to anything. Right, Carrie, and there's no replacement for face-to-face. So I decide that I'm going to get involved because I was paying the dues for this membership for the last 2 years, now year and a half, and I hadn't really done anything. So somebody said they need help with the marketing committee. So I'm like, okay, that's perfect. So this morning I went to the marketing committee meeting at the Mahwah Chamber of Commerce, and I was like blown away. I was blown away. First of all, these people work hard, man. There's a golf outing coming up, and they were just, you could tell they were just swamped and working their butts off to raise money. They raise a ton of money. But in this marketing committee meeting, there was 45 minutes of talk about billboards and print ads and radio ads and TV ads and money, of course, being allocated to all of these things. There's some bartering that goes on. Of course, it's a nonprofit organization. But there's all this talk about that. And like, social media was like, yeah, we need help with that. I'm like my head was ready to explode. And if you guys know me at all, you know, like, I was trying not to just, I went into this meeting going, don't talk, don't talk, don't talk, just listen, don't talk, don't volunteer, don't talk, just listen. Didn't really work out that way, needless to say. So I go to this meeting, and then, so I'm like, all right, let's talk a little bit about social media. And I finally said at one point, I'm like, you know what, like, I see all these amazing things that you're doing with these print and radio and all these other things, but social media marketing is free. Like, it's free. Why are we not doing more with this? And they just like didn't really know how to do it. And of course now they've got me, so they'll know how to do it. And there was a couple of other people in the meeting too that were really enthusiastic about that. But then I said something like, you know, they're busy, they don't have time. And I was like, well, you know, maybe we could, hey Dana, good to see you here. I said, maybe we could, you know, even if you get a VA, you know, I don't know what they think, Carrie Ann. I don't know what they think. I just don't think they know how to do it. Dana, I tried to catch your your Periscope the other day, and I watched the replay. So you guys all should follow Dana Lee Real Fit. She's an amazing fitness instructor, and she's a lot of cool online stuff. So what we're talking about here is combining your online networking and your local networking. So Dana, let me ask you, do you do any local networking? So Dana lives in northern New Jersey also. And I'm talking about the fact, Dana, that I went to a Mahwah Regional Chamber of Commerce meeting this morning, and there's some massive businesses in there. And I really think it could be good for my business to get more involved in that organization. But I really had a hard time keeping my mouth shut in this. It was a marketing committee meeting because hey, Main Street Mogul, New Jersey in the house. Cool. Thank you for sharing on Twitter, you guys. So basically they're just not doing any social media marketing. They're spending all this money and a lot of effort, and they're creating scripts and graphics and images and all this crazy stuff. Welcome, look at your New Jersey in the house. And they're not doing social media marketing. And it's funny because that's what I did when I first started, but the opposite, right? I was doing all social media marketing. ScopeSnoop, I don't even know how to say that, and I've seen that name a million times. I think that's out Route 80 West, right? So I used to market my business only online, and now I realize that it's the people that need me, or the people that don't know how to be online. So I try to go to more in-person meetings. And now I'm finding with the in-person meetings, they don't know how to market online, right? Like this is a huge organization, Ocean County. Wow, awesome. I drive through Ocean County a lot. I have a house in Cape May and a house in Ringwood. So I go from the northern side of New Jersey to the southern side of New Jersey, up and down the parkway as often as I can. So anyway, I kind of just wanted to mention it to you guys because it blew me away a little bit that there was, you build your email list, but not much social media. But you do some social media, Dana. You've got some great. I know you can't be talking about now. So now I get it. So now that you've got online stuff, you're doing more social media. It doesn't take long for me to catch it, Dana. When you had your studio. But what I was started to say, Dana, was like there was a lot of the more in-person networking I do, the more people buy my online courses. Like my online courses, I would say almost 50% of the registrations are from people that met me in person. So the more I get out there and do in-person networking to supplement all the social media networking I do, the faster my business grows. So here I'm at this organization, they were doing the opposite. They were just doing in-person and old traditional marketing and no social media. So I'm hoping, they're either going to kick me out or they're going to do what I want because that's kind of how it goes. But I'm hoping that there's they do a lot more online marketing now because they do some amazing, amazing things and people just don't know it, So if they do a combination of some social media, a strong social media plan with online marketing, and for you all that don't need to have a full-blown social media thing, so you're working on some workshops, the combination, yes, yes, yes. So here's what I tell everybody, and I know this is not going to be a surprise to you, and you're like, oh, here she goes, she's bringing it right around into LinkedIn again, right? But here's what I do. If you have a fantastic LinkedIn profile, and I'm just going to show you what I do here. If you have a fantastic LinkedIn profile and you go to these online marketing things, right? So you go to a networking event and you meet people. I meet people. I go, hey, I'm Karen Yankovich. I'm a social media consultant, blah, blah, blah. I don't really, listen, you don't give people your business plan when you meet them at a networking event, right? But what I do is give them my business card. And this is my business card. And you'll notice down here, it says my LinkedIn URL, right? So what that means is that I'm encouraging people after these networking events to connect with me on LinkedIn. I know my LinkedIn profile is going to be impressive to people, right? Because I work really hard on that. So when they check out my profile, they're like, wow, this girl really knows her stuff, right? Look at all these testimonials. Look at all these recommendations. Now, so I leverage my online presence with my local networking, right? If that makes sense. And that's why I harp on people so much to have a great LinkedIn profile, because it is what will help you cross the divide in your networking. Dana, yes, you guys should all connect with Dana on LinkedIn. We help Dana with her LinkedIn profile. You have Twitter and LinkedIn on yours. Awesome, awesome. You know what? I love that. I'm Karen Yankovich everywhere. So if they can find me on my website, they'll see that. I'm so glad that it's working for you, Dana. Because it's so important that when you meet people, they can check you out and you check out and they're impressed by you, right? Isn't that what you should have? So Dawn, you totally have to get on that. You totally have to get on that. You do, because like I said, you can't meet people. I can't meet people and say, people love my programs, right? Like that's just rude and braggy and people won't want to talk to me, right? But if I talk and say, yo, I'd love to talk to you about your social media, I'm really helpful, and they check me out and they see all these other people have good things to say about me, I let my profile do all that work, all the bragging for me. I don't have to do it. You're shy about asking for recommendations. Good. That's awesome. I love that you're doing that, Dana. So here's the thing about recommendations. You don't have, first of all, don't be shy about asking for them, but find a way to weave it into the conversation, right? So my latest program, Linked Up in 30, is I help people write their LinkedIn profiles, right? And I got an email from somebody the other day on LinkedIn was saying all these nice things, and I replied back to her with like a smiley face and said, thank you so much for saying all these nice things. This sounds like a perfect LinkedIn recommendation. I would love it if you would pop that over there. So I'm not asking people to say nice things about me. What I'm doing is when they say nice things about me, I say, I would love for you to pop on over on LinkedIn and put that on as recommendation for me, right? So in the group for my program, that Linked Up in 30 program has a Facebook group. And in that group, what I do is I tell people, somebody recently, I started a thread, and I really started the thread intending to delete the thread, but people were saying so many nice things about me and about the program that I couldn't really delete it. But I edited the top and said, you know what? I love that you guys are saying all these nice things, and I would really love it if you guys went over to LinkedIn and popped these in as LinkedIn recommendations for me. And then in parentheses, I put, see how easy that is? Like, they're saying nice things anyway. So all you're doing is giving them a channel to kind of make it formal. And most times they're happy to do that. They're happy to do that. Dana, you're on my list. I got to write you a recommendation if I haven't done that yet. I'm going to write that down, girl. Anyway, that's what I needed to talk to you guys about today. I have a 1 o'clock call and it is 12:57. So I got to wrap this up. But I guess the point of all of this is blend your online and your in-person networking, support them with each other. Don't pick one or the other. Don't say I market online or I go to lots of networking events. If you go to lots of networking events, have a great online presence to support that, and vice versa. Okay, you guys, good to be here. Good to see you guys. 2:30 today on Blab Eastern Time. Get seen, be heard. Come see me and Christina Daves. We're going to be talking about video today. Holly Gillen, I don't know if you guys know Holly G Studios. She's going to be our guest there. 2:30 today on Blab. If you go to KarenYankovich.com/getseenbeheard, take you right there, or just go to Blab and you'll see me there. See you guys later. Bye.